Hi guys, so today we are going to be trying a bunch of new products. I'm basically just gonna go through them, tell you my first impressions of them. I have not touched any of them until now. The biggest item in here is probably the Rawbeautykristi and PUR collab. A couple items are older, but they're new to me, to my collection. They're what I picked up. So yeah, let's get right into this. It's gonna be quite fun. And before we go, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, maybe ring the bell if you like me enough to have your notifications on. And if you don't already follow my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, I have everything linked in the description for you. That way, if you like me, you can stay in contact with me. We have a few new things to play with today. Starting with the PUR and Rawbeautykristi palette. If you haven't seen it, this is the neutral side. And this is the colorful side. We'll probably be playing with this side today. I think it retails for around $34. It's double-sided, 18 shades total, 9 on each side. This is the first time I'm using it. I'm gonna insert some swatches right here. And then I have an idea of what we're gonna do, but like it might not work, so we'll see. But I'm gonna start with priming my eyes. I always use my KEALEY base. Okay, so to start off this look, we're going to dip into Garden State, which is this nice kind of tealy green color. There is a lot of kickback in the pan. So I tap my brush off, and then we're just gonna take this into the crease. And right off the bat, there's a really nice amount of pigment. I'm not finding it hard to work with so far. I've only played with one PUR shadow before ever. That was like their festival palette or the carnival palette, I don't know, that they put in a boxy charm. And no offense, but that one sucked. So I was a little hesitant when she announced their collab would be with PUR. But we'll see. So this color is working beautifully. It's beautifully pigmented. There is no fallout under my eyes, which I haven't done my base yet, but I still don't want fallout under my eyes. So as you can see, I'm taking that bit higher than my own crease, just because I have hooded eyes. And we're only gonna take that about 2/3 out, and then we're just gonna blend it out nice and softly. So yeah, there is quite a bit of kickback in the pan, but I don't think that's gonna be something you're gonna have to worry about because there's no fallout. And then we're gonna dip into Hurtful. We're just gonna pack that on the outer crease, meeting that into there. See, it's very pigmented. It's so far not patchy. But I just moved into my mom's house, as you guys know, and we just put the house up for sale, so like great timing on me. So we had like a guy come over and take pictures for it the other day, and we've had non-stop realtors in here. So it's been pretty hectic, and I've been pretty lazy with filming, but I'm trying to get back on it for next week. So I am working on blending these two colors together, and so far they are blending into each other. It's taking a bit of work, but feeling if we just work on it, they're gonna work together. I kind of took inspo from Annette's makeup corner on this look. I'll link her channel below. And her review, I know she didn't really like this palette, but so far I'm not having any troubles she had. I'm able to build where I want to build. Nothing's going patchy. Blending is quite nice, I think. Okay, and for right now, I'm gonna stop with that, and I'm just gonna take a big fluffy blending brush, dip into Lumos, and as you can see, it is pretty powdery, but it's like, if you've ever played with an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, it's like that palette, powdery. And Kickback doesn't really bother me, neither does Fallout, which there is a little bit of. There's also some brush hairs on my face, but there's just a tiny bit of. And I'm just using that white to blend out my edges since we don't really have another like bluey teal color to do that with. And I always do this like as my last step anyways. It just, wow, it looks like cocaine everywhere, fuck. But it just kind of makes it look, I don't know, more blended outwards, I guess. And less like there's just the color on your eye. I'm sure someone knows what I mean. I actually really like these colors on my eye, to be fair. I think it's quite pretty. Just gotta cut the crease and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my crease is all cut, we're gonna go into the shade Side Effects, and I'm just gonna pack that over the cut crease. I do wish that there were more shimmers in this palette, to be honest, because there's only 2, but I also understand why there wasn't, because I think it allows you to think more about what you're doing with the mattes, which most people tend to use mattes up quicker than a shimmer. Because I find if I hit pan on anything, it's a matte formula before a shimmer. And it kind of complements both color schemes, so, you know, I don't mind it. So anyways, we're just packing that on. And I'm assuming because the base is a little wet, the color is deepening it just a tad. But that is 100% okay. So were any of you able to get this palette? Because the launch was a kind of a shit show. Honestly, like, I waited for about 5 hours. Because I'm on night shifts right now, I give up, and I was like, fuck it, I guess I'm going to sleep. Went to sleep, and people are still not able to buy it, so I guess that was kind of my lucky moment, because then a Twitter user, she helped me. That's how I got one. And being that I can't remember anything for longer than like 3 seconds, I kind of forgot to tell my best friend until about 3 AM, and then I was like, meh, she's asleep. Well, apparently her whole ass wasn't that night. So she bought me one, so I had to pay them both back. Because obviously I'm not gonna be that dickwad that, like, you know, doesn't pay someone back. But I was still like, fuck me. Because, you know, did not really need to spend $140 that day. Which, yes, this, with shipping price and currency exchange, this comes out to roughly $70 Canadian. Which makes it expensive. Which I don't mind, but I would have rather not paid for both of the shipping, you know? So if you didn't get your hands on this, I also have a giveaway going. This pink shade is giving me a little bit of trouble. I don't know if it's because it's on a wet base. But it is kind of turning purple around the edges. But that also might be like a mixture of touching the green because I didn't remove the shadow underneath it. So we're just kind of dragging that to the edge. Okay, I'm gonna be done with that pink. And then we're gonna go into the purpley color called Tribute. And I'm just gonna pack that in between those shades and kind of into the outer corner. Then we're just gonna take a fluffy bending brush and we're just gonna blend that into the green. So I think it would have been best to go in with the purple before the blue and green because I think it just got too powdery or something. Or it could be the shadows, but I mean, overall, it doesn't look too bad, so I'm just gonna continue on. We're gonna do the lower lash line after I have my base finished. I've already primed with my e.l.f. primer and the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So we're gonna jump in with another new launch, which is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation. This is not gonna be my shade, so don't you make fun of me in the comments. I know, it's too dark. I'm too white. I didn't mean to. ColourPop suggested this. So if you want to be mad at anyone, be mad at ColourPop. But let's see how dark it is, I guess. So we went in with the pump. I'm just gonna spread that along my lower face. I also like to let my primer sink in before I go in with anything. Hey! And as you can see, it is definitely not my skin color. Like, at all. Definitely gonna have to go for something a lot lighter in the future. But for today, since it's an okay undertone, we're just gonna be a little bit of a peanut butter baby, and we're gonna go and blend this down my neck. Yeah, it is definitely way too deep for me. And fun fact, I don't tan, so like even when I'm out and about in the summer, nope, I just don't do it. My body says, no, we are staying pasty vampire white. Like, you haven't seen the sun in the last 3,000 fucking years. We're just gonna take a little bit specifically for the neck. If I can get someone to buy this off of me, who is this shade, I'm going to give it to them. Because I definitely need something a little more fair. But we'll just go easy on the bronzer today. See, it's easier when you go with something that's a little too light, because you can always bronze that shit back up. But when you go with something a little too deep, there's no fixing it. Don't worry, I'm also not leaving the house today. So it's okay. But it is the right undertone because I don't look weird. Like, I look like I'm tanner, but like not. You know, that weird wrong undertone shade. So I'll definitely stay with this undertone, just, yeah. And it's looking pretty good on the skin. Pretty good, not great. It might be one of those that has to sink in. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a concealer that is way too light for me normally, because, you know, I can only go so light, and we're gonna put a little more on than I would normally do, just to kind of bring my skin tone color back. But it isn't as bad as I thought it would be, like shade wise. I'm just gonna hopefully mix these two. And hopefully make it look a little more like my skin tone by bringing in more white contrast. But so far it's sitting quite nicely. It doesn't look weird on my nose, which is like everyone's biggest problem. Don't worry, there will be close-ups later once everything's set. We're gonna scent this with my Fenty powder. So when I'm setting, first off, I just set under my eyes because I have very dry skin. So I just powder what's gonna crease or what's gonna get oily, which means my smile lines, because those tend to crease even though I'm 19. I got powder under my eyes, a little bit on my nose because I wear glasses, so it helps keep the glasses mark away, which is the most annoying fucking thing. I use this Fenty Beauty powder all the time. I absolutely adore it. Which is why I'm going in with it, because when I'm not going in with something that's new, I want to go in with favorites that I like. So see how bringing in that highlighting with a foundation that was too dark kind of balanced it so it looks more like my skin tone, although it doesn't a little bit, but that's okay, we're not going anywhere. We're sitting in my basement talking to my phone. So as you see, I didn't set anything else but under my eyes, a little bit up here and here. So for that, we're just gonna go into Garden Estate. Bring that on the inner corner of the lower lash line. Bring it out like we did on the top. And after we got that all packed in, we're gonna go in with Hurtful. Just gonna blend that out on the rest. And voila, that's pretty much the eye look done. We're actually gonna go in with another new product. Oh, the Pretty Fresh foundation is $16 US, which is people are saying is a little pricey for ColourPop, but I think it's kind of a good price. So next we're just gonna go in with our bronzer, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, which is way bigger than I was thinking it was gonna be. It retails for $77 Canadian. I'll put the American price right here because I don't know off the top of my head because I suck. And this is in the medium shade because the fair looked, and I don't say this a lot, but it looked too fair. And it looked like it would be like a, I don't know, but not a good bronzer. I feel like this one will be a better bronzer. I'm just gonna go right on it. If this is like the airbrush powder, setting powder, I have good faith. Which, so far, it's going on nicely. It is a good color, I think. It's pigmented, but it's like not overly. See, the thing about growing your short hair out is that when you put it into a ponytail, it kind of gets into that out of it. Which means I'm basically just blending my hair into my makeup, which is fantastic. So as you see, I like to bronze and start a little higher up here and then go a little further down. Ugh. Just want to shave my head, to be honest. And don't worry if it looks dark on me, it's because of the way my cheekbones are shaped. It looks really good. I think, at least in person. And we will go into natural light to kind of look at everything. Because I know my room lighting down here is not the best for right now. And then I know this is not a new product, but it's a new product to me, okay? This was on Sephora for a long time, and then Canadian Sephora said, fuck you guys, and took it down, and I was devastated. Because it was the one thing I wanted during that last Sephora sale. And it is the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. I got mine in the shade Soft Peach. It retails for $50 Canadian. Again, don't know it in the US right now, so I'll put that right here. And yeah, I just think this is gorgeous. Everyone kept saying to get it, and I wasn't into glowy blush when it was big, so I didn't, but now I am, so I am going into it, and I'm just gonna dip into both shades. We're just gonna go right on it. I'm really excited for this. And the sheen isn't too strong, which I like. I do not like to look like I slapped highlighter on my cheeks. I don't mind looking a little over blushed, but I like this. This looks good, and it's blended. It blended nice and quickly. It's got a beautiful sheen. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then we got another new product that isn't really new again. Hourglass brought it back for the holiday season. Everyone is saying really good things and to go get it, and it sold out on Sephora before I could fucking get it. It is their Ambient Absolute Strobe Light. It's 93 Canadian. They still have some on Beautylish if you're looking. If you're like, Keely, where'd you find that? That's sold out. Not on Beautylish. I got you. And I think we're just gonna go in with this lighter pinky shade. They do not have names from what I can tell. Everyone said it was a gorgeous highlighter. I'm just gonna go straight. Oh! Whoa! Damn. Okay. Okay, I see this. I like to take whatever's remaining on my brush, put it right here. Damn, I was not expecting that. Hourglass gives me like this perfect, soft, beautiful blended look. I was not expecting something so strobing from them. Even when they said so, okay? I don't have that kind of faith anymore. And yes, I'm gonna over highlight because I am that kind of person. I need people to ask if I am okay because I am so shiny. Honestly though, that's fucking gorgeous. Damn. Then we're basically done for the face, minus we're gonna go in with the Dominique Cosmetics and JD Weedy 180 setting spray. Just gonna, once we're gonna, oh, that's a nice mustache actually. They definitely took some lessons from Morphe with that setting spray mist. It has a nice long mister. It's fine. It's a fine mist. It smells kind of like cucumber. I can get that smell from it. So we're just gonna kind of let it dry. But it's definitely a nice mister. That's actually probably my favorite mister in my collection. It also retails for about $45 Canadian, which again, because I'm a terrible influencer, I'm gonna put that right here for you in the United States dollars. Because I don't remember anything for more than 2 seconds. So, but actually, my skin looks pretty good. We're kind of close up. Oh, I forgot to blend it into my hairline. That's fantastic. I look like one of those British girls. Don't worry, we'll put my hair down. And I don't really care because I'm not wearing this out. Yeah, it looks really good so far. We're gonna also take a look at natural light, which is gonna help a lot. And I'll tell you kind of like what I'm feeling about each product. But I will be right back with the rest of the eyes done because my dog's having a fit. Okay, and so this is everything on and done. I'm going to zoom in for the eyes. I liked everything I tried. I liked the Rawbeautykristi palette. I do think that the pinks and the purples were a little hard to work with, but everything else really works like a dream. Like the blues and the tealy color worked fucking beautifully. And for $34, I'm not mad. I think purples are a very hard formula to like perfect. So, and it also might have been the way I applied them, which is why I like to give things more of a little more like tries before I say my final thoughts on it. But so far I'm liking this. And I might do a 3 looks 1 palette with it if you guys want to see that still. If you do, let me know in the comments. I can't wait to dig into the neutral side because I think that no matter what, that's going to perform like God tier. So if you got this, you won't be disappointed in it. You just might have trouble with the hot pink and the purple, which just work with them. They eventually work out with you. Then we'll move into the foundation. So far, I am liking it. Let me know if you guys want a full day wear test of me wearing this at work, because I will do that. It is a shade darker, but I can make it work. So when I place my next color pop order, I'll just get a shade or 2 lighter. But it looks really good on the skin so far. Like even around my nose. So I like to see how this wears for the day. But for 16 bucks, again, I am pretty impressed. The bronzer, I think the shade range sucks ass. So I really can't, in good consciousness, like, tell you to go buy this because it doesn't go deep enough. It does go fair enough, which is odd. It goes actually too fair for me, which almost never happens because I'm like the lightest shade in everything. It blends really well. It is probably not worth $77, but it's pretty damn good. And it's a good size too. Like it's, you know, size my palm. So I actually quite like this. And then the blush was probably my favorite item. I think it's so beautiful. It has perfect pigmentation. It blends out like a dream. I like the shimmer and the matte. So you can either go matte or you can go full on shimmer, or you can go somewhere in the natural range. And then the highlighter actually really surprised me. And I love it. Is it worth $93? I mean, if you have $93 to spend, it's worth it. Also, I think limited edition, they probably won't be bringing it back again. But I like it. I like it a lot. Which is no help. And then the setting spray, I actually also surprising like that because I wasn't gonna buy it, and then I was like, I could use another setting spray, and then I got it, and it has a really nice mist. It melted everything together and it made me look less powdery. It also doesn't do the thing where it makes me look too radiant because I wear a lot of highlighter. I like to use more dewy items, so I already look highlighted. So really, everything worked really well. I also used a bunch more high-end products, but like, they all worked very well. I like how my makeup looks. I was struggling a little bit with how the eye looked, but it might just have needed to be finished. It needed a little work with the pinks, but overall, I just think everything turned out. So we are gonna go out into the natural light and kind of take a close-up look of everything after I film my intro. Okay, so we're just in my hallway where we have a little bit of natural light. You can definitely tell, not my shade, but it's not like terribly off. So we're gonna zoom in. I have a lot of pores right here and not a lot of them are showing. And the eye look, you can see where I had a little trouble. But overall, everything looks really good, really blended. My skin looks quite good. My nose looks really good actually, which is not normal. So yeah, I'm gonna, if you guys want, I'll do a 3 looks 1 palette with the Rawbeautykristi collab. And I'll also do a all-day wear test with this foundation. If you guys like, just let me know in the comments. And yeah.